Bon dia, everybody. Kathleen and I just finished our SEF appointment last Friday. One thing, when you go into the office, this was in Braga, when you go in the office in the building there and you see the guard standing there, if you ask him where the SEF appointment is, he's not going to know what you're talking about. Make sure you say SEF. That's the key thing. So I just wanted to give you a rundown of our experience, like we had said we would, and it actually went pretty smooth. Our appointments were for, it was 3 and 3:30. They took us individually. They were pretty busy, and our appointment took place about an hour later than scheduled. So, but it went smoothly. So we were prepared. We had all of our paperwork with us. We had our SEF application that they have there. If you don't have it filled out, they'll hand you one. But we downloaded it, printed it out, filled it out before we went, and we signed it there in front of the agent. We also had our income. We had what available credit we had. We had our banking for our U.S. bank and our bank here in Portugal. We had a copy of our lease. We had a copy of the lease being filed with the finances office. We had our NIFs. We had health insurance, the travel portion, which we had through AXA. We also have private insurance here through Millennium Bank. We had that with us. We also had our marriage licenses, and we had our birth certificates. Also, we had taken new passport photos. We had those with us, and we also had our airline boarding passes with us. This was all pretty much what we had heard, from watching you all here on the website, on the Facebook page, and thought we were really well prepared, and we were. One of the big things, I thought I had heard that with the Braga office or any of the offices that they would take cards, charge cards for your fee. They do not. You need cash. So I had to run out to the ATM machine while Kathleen was doing her interview to get cash. I think it's 158.15 or 158.16 euros each. So make sure you have cash before you get there. So like I said, it all went pretty smoothly, and they didn't ask for everything. We needed to have the SEF, the SEF application, proof of passive income, our bank here in Portugal, our Millennium Bank, the lease, and they didn't ask for the finance office's sheet showing that the lease had been filed, but we handed that to them and they accepted that as well, and our NIF. And what was interesting is that Kathleen went first, so she paved the way for me. It was a lot easier when I did my interview. But they asked for the original of the lease right off. And it was like we didn't have an original. We had a copy because we did everything online. And so that was a little, there was like, oh, we don't have the original. And then she asked Kathleen, well, do you have your NIF? As soon as Kathleen turned over her NIF paperwork, it seemed like that satisfied the situation, and then she started with the process and filling out all of her boxes and spaces on her computer. So we handed over again the SEF application, signed that in front of the agent there. They did not want our passport photos. They have photo machines now at the Braga office. I had heard that they didn't. That's why we took the passport photos with us. They didn't ask for our boarding passes for airline flights either. But so with the photos, you stand, they have it set up there. You stand in front of the machine, they take your picture, and they also ask for fingerprints. And there's 2 spots on the machine that you place your fingers, and you got to push really hard to make it work. And they'll hang in there with you until it happens. But so if the question that came up for me is that if one of the machines of the 2 wasn't working, they only had one working. So if both machines weren't working, I'm not sure what they would do. So, you might want to have 2 passport photos with you anyway, just in case. But again, they did not even ask us for those. They said, we're going to take your picture. So the bottom line is the SEF application, passive income, which for us was Social Security and pension, Millennium Bank account. They didn't want to see our U.S. bank account. The lease, We had the proof that the lease had been filed with Finance's office, and then our NIF. And that was it. They didn't ask for any insurance, marriage license, or birth certificate. So that's pretty much it. We were out of there in about an hour once we got started. It took us each about 20 to 30 minutes. And I'm not sure if I have anything else to add to that. Again, it went really well once we got started. Like I said, Kathleen paved the way for me, so it was great. So if you have any questions, private message me, PM us, and we'll connect with you and review the process and try to answer any questions you might have. So keep having fun, and as always, make life an adventure. See you later.